Cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. Without it, you may experience decreased inhibition, giggle fits, and of course, deep talks. Early in the morning, your cortisol levels peak and continue to decrease throughout the day, reaching your lowest point at midnight. This is a low cortisol podcast. Welcome to the Midnight Hour.
Welcome to the Midnight Hour, a low cortisol podcast. And after the last 2 hour-long intro specials, this is our first episode with our regular 20-minute weekly format. So we're going to be going on going forward so that we can get you guys the most content possible. But we're really looking forward to getting to do some hour-long specials in the future, maybe for special occasions or holidays, just when it works out and when we have the right content for it. But for now, I'm Finch.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Elijah. How you doing?
And today we're changing it up a little bit. We're gonna be talking about reality TV, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a lot of reality TV knowledge in my repertoire, other than I guess Survival. I watched
a very good one though.
It is.
It's a very good example.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of proud of the fact that I've never seen Jersey Shore, but I wouldn't mind admitting that I watched Survival, depending on the season. I guess you know.
So what an iconic opening theme song. Survivor. Absolutely.
I feel like what is just an iconic show.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
Isn't there more than 20 seasons or something?
I think so.
Or it's more than 20 years old. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's gotten to the point where they've repeated formats lots of times, but it doesn't even matter when they do because it's just so far apart that it feels like a callback rather than like a repetition.
Can we talk about the host guy? Just he's got his little tent and his stuff outside of the island, and he just his day at work. Going out and just seeing these beat up, dirty people every day. He's homeless.
You know what we don't talk about? They must smell so bad.
Oh,
that's why he stands so far away.
Man, and can we also talk about the fact that I don't think there's a man in the world that rocks a pair of khakis more than that guy, or the cargo shorts.
Just has a blue collared shirt and khakis.
Do you think it's one shirt, or do you think he has 30 of the same shirt in his closet?
It's 30 on repeat, 100%.
Absolutely.
I wonder if that's part of his contract now. Must wear same shirt.
Trace them back to the stanky people.
Stanky people.
Imagine when they put out the torch, the arm raise, and he's there. It's he gets a big whiff.
He's like, oof.
Nice piss, bro.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know the episode or the season even, but there was this one guy that was really into looking tough. He was he wanted everyone on this island to think he was this big.
There's definitely one of those every season.
At least. Mm-hmm. And normally they compete, but so he takes a machete and he tries to dry shave with a machete.
Oh god.
And he does this, and you just see slowly as the blood starts to form on his face, and then he just goes and is in the ocean in pain for a hot minute, and for the rest of the season, he doesn't finish shaving. He just leaves the stroke in with the machete.
I leave it to track my progress, how much I've grown over my time on this dusty-ass island.
Can you imagine being, less convincing in your manliness than trying to show off and just dropping the ball anyway?
That's his idea of just, showing off his hot bod. Be let me go on Survivor where we have to be shirtless all the time.
I think he was kind of chunky, but I don't remember for certain. It was a long time ago. I don't know. Here's another, on the other side, people who are just bad. I'll say. The people who are badass. Ozzy from a bunch of Survivor seasons. In one of the ones that I watched, this is probably the season I watched the most of, he won, I think, 8 in a row challenges.
God. Oh, wow.
Of the solo
challenge.
ones.
I thought you meant seasons.
Me too. I was
no.
whoa.
That's a lot more impressive.
8 in a row of the challenges in a row, just every time. And they would team up against him to try and beat him and still lose.
Imagine.
That's insane.
He also, that was with Redemption Island, and he got voted off and then got redemption, I think, 2 separate times.
Wow.
He got voted off twice and came back.
Both times. And then almost won, and in his final challenge, got beaten by the tiniest bit, this absolute shred, and immediately got voted off because they know that he's the biggest threat and that he would instantly win in Final 3. So he lost in Final 4. But he got the vote that year for the $50,000 or whatever for everyone's favorite.
Of course.
Yeah.
Having to play perfect or else you're screwed is a lot of pressure. But also kudos to that dude.
He's killing the game.
Yeah, I wonder if you could make a career off of being a personality from Survivor. Has anyone gone on to?
Oh, from like the publicity, you can just like kind of use that as like a springboard into other stuff. I'm guessing.
But I've never seen it.
I
Have
know.
you?
Like on paper, I feel like it would work, but I don't know if anyone's actually gone and done it.
Seems like a wasted opportunity
Definitely.
to have, especially when Survivor was at its peak. Like every household was
Yeah.
watching Survivor, right?
It was a family like we designated time to watch Survivor whenever it was on. Yeah.
This is a bit of a backtrack, but I want to take a moment as well to thank our board operator for the day. We got Kanan in the booth
Cannon in the booth.
And in the booth.
and Alex. She's just kind of hanging out for a bit, but we'll say thank you anyway. Thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Now moving forward, so we've talked about Survivor. That's the only one I got. I need someone else to fill in.
Ooh, I got two, and they would start with B.
Oh.
Big Brother, Bachelorette. Two heavy hitters. Which one should we dive into? I got ammunition. Bachelorette. I'm getting a number dose from
Bachelorette it is.
the board op booth.
You're getting a rose from the board out booth. to go
Getting a
with-
rose from the board op booth.
Yeah,
Will you
about
accept this final rose? Bachelorette.
That's all I know about the
Bachelorette's
show.
fun
Me too.
because I'd only see it when I'm passing my mom watching the show. Like I just get home from school or work and just have it on. It's like final two. It's like, oh, you know when you like your mom's show like really starts to heat up and you like also sit in as well.
Yeah. And honestly, and you would never watch the show.
No,
But you would watch-
in that moment. You're like, this is the you can just tell that
But
the
suddenly-
energy is ramped up.
I care that Brad and Carolyn might end up together.
I'm just like-
but will he betray Sasha's trust?
We guess we're gonna find out next week. That's what I'm saying.
No background on any of these people.
There's like
their
no
prior
context. You're
relationships.
just like you missed the entire season. Like That's why the last few episodes are so great, where you've clued out of everything else. And you're like, final two, like the suspense. You just feel it because
Yeah.
it's just ramped up, even though you
Palpable.
weren't there the whole time. And that's what's great about Bachelorette. But like for ratings' sake, they always like leave the dude who's like that she's supposed to be with, and then she like just chooses the other dude who's like a complete. I'm gonna bleep myself there.
Wait, is Bachelorette a bunch of guys and one girl?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
And
know
there's
why I
Bachelor
thought it
and
was-
it's
Thinking
one
of the
dude.
Bachelor.
Yeah, man.
They alternate like each time. So if there's a bachelor, it's
Ah.
the Bachelorette the next time.
You guys ever notice that like 99% of the guys on, I guess, the Bachelorette, all are just like white guy with decent jawline and a beard?
Yes.
Mid-30s.
They had one season. It was a thing on Twitter that people were looking at it, and all three of them were like, you could convince me they were brothers.
Which one should I choose? It's just like the
Family
videos,
photo.
just like the like short video of like all the Buzz Lightyear toys on the shelf. Like they're all the same.
The little Pam meme from The Office. It's the same photo.
It's the same photo.
It's the same photo. I mean, conventional white guys. That's just like conventionally attractive white guys.
I just gave Gabe a little eyebrow raise because they have said that I fit that category a long time
I
ago.
have no comment, but
Wow.
that's
Flamed on my own podcast.
wow.
Wow.
I'm just saying that like that's like from the perspective of myself, I guess. That's what's deemed as a conventionally attractive male for that like age demographic.
Yeah.
And-
Is the age demographic for the Bachelor and the Bachelorette like, is it older people or is it younger people?
I feel like it's a mom show.
That's so interesting.
It's a middle-aged white lady, red wine on the couch,
but
blanket,
they're probably
cuddled
married.
up with your dog. No,
Oh, it's
it could
the singles.
It can be both.
50-50 now with marriages.
It can be both, but I feel like it's more single ladies. All
Right.
the single ladies.
Please
shout
stand
out
up.
Beyonce.
Please stand up.
Um,
Can we just like how crazy is a 50-50 rate on marriages? That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Separate from reality TV.
I'm like
Completely
every
separate
time
topic,
every
but
time I
yes.
think about it, I'm just so blown away. And the rates, if you've been divorced once, I think it goes up to like 60 or 80 or something crazy.
Oh wow.
And it's just like, wow. If I was out one, I think I'd just give up. I think we're done.
same anymore.
Yeah, Elijah? Is that your little, like, 80-year-old woman that's not a fan of the fact that people actually get laid now?
I was I was the lady in Titanic. It's been 84 years.
Has it been 84 years, Elijah? Is this you opening up to us?
Since he let go of the door, which he could have clearly fit on. Can we talk about that for a
He
second?
Yes,
totally
yes,
could have. Rose
yes.
hogged that door, and I'm still mad about it to
Anyways,
this day.
I digress. Reality TV, everybody. Hey, how you
Rose is
doing?
just like-
Welcome to the Midnight Hour.
Rose just casually like, sorry, actually, this door is only for rich people.
Ooh.
Poor people. Draw me like one of your French girls.
Draw me like one of your French girls, now drop to the bottom like a poor sack of shit.
Whoa.
Maybe she just doesn't like French people anymore. I don't know.
Therefore he has to die?
I should talk to her. I should
catch
get in
up.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Singles Inferno?
No.
What is that a reality TV?
It's a Korean reality show, and I don't know a lot about it, so I might get some facts wrong. But apparently, like, it's all the rage. I see a lot of stuff about it, and I'm always so curious about what really differentiates these shows from each other. Is it the challenges? Is it the writing? And what I think I've come down to, because sometimes one succeed that have a format and the other one copies the format and doesn't succeed. I do think it is in the weirdest way, because you wouldn't really call, like, a reality show shouldn't have writing, but it's the writing. It's this weird build of impact that is completely falsified. It's cutting out things, bringing people out of context, making people into villains. I wonder if they go to someone and they're like, hey, I'll pay you like $2,000 just to be the worst.
It definitely is the writing in a way that, like, everything is like telegraphed from the very beginning. you
Yeah.
know? Like, it is written in a way to be structured.
To be fair, though, they finish shooting before they air, so they can format, they can pick and choose what works out. They see all the footage they're working with, so they're like, oh, we need to make sure we highlight these people because they're important later. That's why if, like, episode 1, 2, and 3 go by and you haven't heard someone's name other than their first intro, you're like, oh, you're gone soon, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
Just like the problematic people stick by a really long time that I've noticed,
Well, they're
especially in,
good
like,
for
The
story.
Bachelorette, because, like, the ratings. Oh, what is Shalissa?
You got some voices today.
Not Shalissa.
I realized I lied. There's actually another reality TV show that I do know about, and I actually love this one.
You trying to keep this from me right now on the podcast?
Chopped.
Chopped is
so
great.
good.
I grew
Would
up
you
watching
count
Chopped.
it?
Yeah.
as-
Oh, yeah.
That counts as reality
Like,
TV.
I guess then if you count Chopped, you just count every, like, Food Network, like,
Kinda.
Pretty
cooking
much.
show.
Like the British baking shows,
I
or
don't
British
like
Bake Off or
those.
whatever.
I don't like those at
That's
all.
like my mom's favorite show. That's a mom show.
I'm gonna fight your mom right now. I'm gonna fight your mom
show.
on the podcast.
This
No.
crumpet is absolute crap. Do you see this? They've handed in nothing but 16 slaughtered hens. That's not a crumpet at all. And it's always just like either the expectations weren't laid out or you're just an asshole. Like, the things that this dude says, it's like, this is pathetic. It's like, I feel like that it can't be that bad. It's a crumpet.
Sometimes it really can be that bad.
I talked about a fun moment on Chopped that I remember.
Go for it.
It was like final round desserts, and like this one lady just had like pound cake and just made it into French toast, and this one lady made like a really intricate like homemade donut, and like they went up to the chopping block for the judges, and like basically in like the most like professional way, they're like, you just got outplayed. Like the pound cake French toast lady, and like they had the other dish, and they're like, you gotta go. It was like very like apparent, like even because you know like they're like, let the panel of judges like decide the results, and like go in the separate room like, oh, I don't know, and then they go back, and then it's like a commercial break, and they come back. But like you could tell like right away, I'm like, this lady's getting booted.
I remember a Chop moment that made me viscerally upset. This guy, one of his ingredients he gets is red onion. And one of the judges like pipes up, like, oh, excuse me. And this is like one of the weeklies, not one of the main. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Actually, I don't like raw red onions, so don't include that. Or it'll be a real
dumb.
And then this guy puts it anyway because it's the dish, and you're appealing to more than one judge. And this person like calls him out. He's like, I just told you that I didn't, and you didn't follow directions. There's no way you're getting my vote. And it's like,
That's not how
you're
that
a
goes.
food critic.
No.
You're supposed to be able to go outside of your biases to establish whether this is a quality product or not.
I'm sure like the judges are like aware of the ingredients they use beforehand. Like there's no way.
You think it was staged?
Come on.
Probably. It's gotta be.
Come on.
They were like, ooh, we're having Maximilian on today, and you know what he hates? People. Let's put
Main ingredient.
Let's put Napa cabbage, but guess what? the one of the judges on the panel is absolutely deadly allergic to Napa cabbage. What a great idea. Oh boy.
I wish they could feel the look I'm giving you right now.
You look concerned.
It's a good look.
It's not concern. It's like a mix. It's like when
It's
you.
disappointment.
It is
Master
disappointment.
gave Dobby a sock.
Okay, that was
Dobby
better.
is free.
It's kind of like when you like. I feel like it's the emotion of a person who sees their kid trying and failing at something that really should be simple.
Watching your kid like ride a bike, like, God damn it, Timmy.
It's you know what it is? It's Hank Hill. It's 6 a.m. and already the boy ain't right.
God damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
Dang it. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Do I know?
I just want a picture of a
God
goddamn
dang hot dog.
God damn it, yeah. That was my best Bobby impression. Thank you for coming out.
That was not a very good Bobby. The
was
Hank Hill's
not.
fine.
The attempt was there. I applaud the attempt.
He just sounds like a weird Cartman to me.
Did you say he sounds like a weird carpet?
Cartman from
Cart-
South
I
Park.
also I heard,
Cartman.
I heard carton, like carton of
Carton.
milk.
He is a milk carton.
Oh my gosh. She might hate me for saying this. So last night, my wife, I can't remember what she was making. I think something, and she goes to like take a sip of milk from the carton, and she's used to the like American jugs. So in Canada, the paper carton is like they have in the States too. It's not even the bag, so she doesn't even have a good excuse. But she tips it, and it like sloshes and just all over her face. And I'm just looking at her like, how are you this bad at drinking milk? How do you manage that? Like, that's almost impressive.
The struggle is real.
Well, does anyone have anything else they want to talk about for reality shows? Gabe, do you have anything else?
I mean, I'm an avid watcher of like RuPaul's Drag Race, which I think if you saw me would not be surprising.
Some real they-them energy there.
Oh yeah, and so a lot of that is the producer's influence. Like the winners are chosen by production, and people are villainized for whatever it's called, known as the villain edit, where people are just thrown out, and you can say and do whatever you want, and people just you get edited so you look like the bad guy for the entire season.
That's unfortunate.
But then
I hate stuff like that.
I mean, you get more screen time.
I
'Cause they get
guess,
paid per
but
episode.
At what cost?
I saw a thing that they get paid per episode, and it's like not that much. So if you go home episode 1, it's like sucks to suck.
A lot of it is just like luck of the draw for that kind of stuff.
But like you're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on getting like custom wigs and gowns and whatever to go and do this, plus travel time and expenses to go on the show for one episode, make maybe $5,000 and then be booted.
So much prep time for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And the worst thing too, you're taking time off work.
Yeah.
So you have to go like back to your job early and be like, hey guys,
Or like
I'm
a week
back
off,
already.
I don't know, just like to prep.
And like, how did it go? And you're like, I'm here. Like, I have an NDA, so I can't talk about it till it airs. But I'm here after one day, Sharon. How do you think it went?
Well, I mean, they prep for like months. Like they get outfits made and stuff months in advance. And,
Yeah.
like, that's wild. And like filming and stuff is whatever. But I feel like it's at least a week. You're gone for
Like
at least a week.
I really underestimate like the production process of like how early they actually start like thinking about doing the show, and then how long it
it's a
takes to
long
film and
process.
stuff.
Do you think they've ever had an issue on the set? Because I don't know if so you tuck things and you tape it up, I guess.
Yes.
For lack of a
Can I get an amen on that one?
Amen.
Boys who don't tuck don't get to. But
Fill
anyways,
in the blank.
So can they get stuck up there?
Probably.
And if they could, does putting them up there more often raise your chances of getting them stuck up there?
I feel like they won't get. I feel like that's not how that works.
Really? I mean, they don't just go up; they like go to the side. So I just feel like it's got to be possible.
I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I just feel like it's not very common.
So you don't think that the repetition is really going to increase your
No,
chances?
I don't. No.
Okay. Well, we got the medical expert here. It's you're safe. Shove those boys right up there. Don't take anything we say as actual advice, especially not medical advice. So with those outfits, like they often have like a theme or something, right?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it,
They're
but
based off of. So they get like a brief. So it's like the runway challenge is like whatever, and then they have to go to according to the theme.
give me an example.
Like on the most recent All Winners season, one of the runways was, I don't remember the actual theme of it, but they had to have like lights involved.
Then why did you pick this one to tell me about?
Well, just because I don't remember any of the names.
Oh, none at all. Like I want
I
to know,
never
like,
remember.
like are the themes are the themes like satin, silk, or are the themes like
Yeah.
there's a solution to Earth's pollution and you have to use like actual like recycling in your
Well,
dress?
yeah, sometimes. They have like just a bunch of garbage or stuff from like the dollar store and you have to make it into an outfit. So you have like beach balls and foam noodles and
I would go up, make an elaborate costume, and then sure, I shouldn't call it a costume, should I?
an outfit.
An elaborate
It's a look.
outfit.
It's a look.
And
Quotation-
I would
air
just
quotes.
go up to the mic and say, "Guess where the rubber ducky is," and then walk away, and that's it.
Quack quack.
Yeah, no, I do that, and then I like squeeze my legs a little, and you hear that like little rubber ducky squeak.
Or just like a clown horn.
Oh no!
Even worse.
I was watching a Mr. Beast video last night, and
I'm
he,
gonna cut you off right there.
he-
Stop it right there, dude.
no, this is worth it. He had this person stay in a circle for 100 days or whatever, living in his house, and for
It's
the
a
last
Mr. Beast ass video.
I know,
You what
it
I
is,
mean?
it is
Like-
exactly the Mr. Beast to the bone. But for one of the last days, he paid a group of clowns a bunch of money to stand in a tight circle around the house looking in at this man while he slept. I was like, that was a weird avenue to go with this. The other ones were like, oh,
rather
we've
It's gotta
got,
be a violation of something.
we've
Like,
got
this.
loud fireworks all night. Oh no. Ooh, you don't have a lot of food left. That's like a survival challenge. And then this last one was just like, what if you never slept again?
What if Pennywise just shadow cloned himself 300 times and
What
just
if-
sat outside your window?
What if you just smelled what the rock was cooking?
Can you smell? But Pennywise,
You know
cooking.
Pennywise cooking? It's infant meat.
it's lasagna. He does a great job. Great cook.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just this je ne sais quoi. It's, you know, I think it's the freshness of the ingredients. I mean, he killed all those orphans this morning.
Hey, he's
Great.
efficient. He's efficient. He's effective.
Fresh local ingredients.
Local from a
Support
storm
local.
drain near you. All right. I think that's going to about cover it. Thank you so much for tuning in for our first 20-minute episode. Be sure to tune in next week and so on and so forth. This has been a low cortisol podcast, The Midnight Hour. My name is Finch.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Elijah. Thanks for tuning in.
And thanks again so much, Kanan, for board hopping for us.
Shout out Cannon in the booth.
Good night.